Hello and welcome back to God Lives Within, Sunday, August 18th, 2024. Coming at you again with a little bit of wisdom in a very short video. According to the experience of what I've been through. So on today's video, we're going to talk about what I've experienced with full moon energies from this coven and this cult that has been sending black magic, spell work, and projecting their energy onto me. Now this all started when I became aware that they were doing this a few years ago. They have been manipulating my life the whole time without me knowing, but since I've known, since I've become conscious of what they're doing, there's been a pattern, such as, like I just said, the full moon. Every full moon, these energies come in. What do these energies look like for me? Self-doubt, self-loathing, suicidal thoughts, suicidal actions, a lack of will to live, just not seeing the point in life, basically zapping my positivity and turning it into their negativity. So, as I said, this has been going on for 2 years, every full moon cycle, which I don't know the exact timing of the full moon cycles, but I want to say it's like every 3 weeks. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not sure exactly. Now, in the beginning, of course, I'm in communion with God daily, but in the beginning, they were so strong that I would go to God, basically in tears. I had to pray God in, because I really didn't know what was going on or how to combat them. And now, over time, as each full moon has come and gone, they've gotten lesser and lesser and lesser, as you can recognize that it's not your energy, as you can alchemize the energy itself and turn it into nothing, turn it into positive energy for yourself. To the point now where I don't feel the energy at all. We are a day away from the full moon. Usually a couple of days before, you would start feeling the energy. I have not felt it at all this time. Now, eating bad, eating sugar, eating processed food lowers your vibrations, makes you more susceptible to this. Not getting enough rest makes you susceptible to this. Being stuck in your ego mind makes you susceptible to this. Your ego mind is your thinking, analytical left brain. We all have it. We also all have a right brain where God lives. When you activate this God within, when you operate out of your right brain, these energies can no longer affect you. So that's the point I'm at now, where my higher self has been activated and being brought down into this physical realm, into my body, which is just a higher consciousness. It's your heavenly spirit, which ultimately is in control of your destiny and your path, and a lot of the experiences you go through. And so, like I said, we're at the point now where these energies, I don't hear, I don't feel, I'm not affected by them at all. So, this is my final full moon with these demons. I suspect that many of you are going to be going through these same patterns, through this same wickedness. Now, while it's not very fun and let's just say it how it is, it's horrific at times. And so while it is lower vibrational and nasty energy to be in, it also pushes you to your higher self, to your right brain, to the frequencies that of your upper four chakras, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. Pushes you and push me into my purpose, which activates your throat when you're speaking your truth. Your throat chakra becomes activated. You're now taking action against these energies that are coming against you. So while we look at them as bad, malicious, malignant, efficient, they're actually pushing you towards God. And so prayer, meditation, breath work, grounding, eating healthy, community service helps you activate your right brain, helping others essentially. Taking no thought for yourself. Just going out, living life, being present in the moment, being in the here and now, through elevating your frequency, which gets you out of your lower chakras, your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus, in order to function as your higher self, as the divine being you were created to be. And so, like I said, I suspect many are going to be going through this. Until this cult is destroyed and dismantled, but ultimately is serving a purpose to help you to ascend and point you right to God. Because I don't think you want to have anything to do with these demonic energies. So this video is to make aware of this process that I've now completed. Now what happens after you complete it? Well, you are now living out your divine purpose, which you figure out upon raising your frequency and upon communion with God. The reason you came to earth, the mission you came here for, what you signed up for before being incarnated here on earth. So, speaking your truth and living out your purpose, ultimately, once you're to that level, these demonic energies' days are numbered. The energies will become less and less each full moon, because your frequency is raising away from them to where they can't affect you. Speaking your truth, activating your throat is one of the biggest, because most humans are stuck in their root chakra, which means they are scared and fearful for their security and safety, for their basic human needs, survival. This is what the root chakra is all about. So once you start speaking your truth and living in your purpose, you've elevated out of your lower chakras. You're now in your divine blueprint, your plan for life, your mission upon entering Earth. And as such, you are protected by the divine, by Source, by Creator, by God Himself, herself. You are consciously activating your divine genome, your Sophia Christ crystalline DNA, which resides alongside your carbon-based DNA. So this video is short and sweet. It is intended to give you a heads up on the wickedness that awaits on the full moons. These full moons amplify these spells, this black magic, for these demons, for these witches, for these warlocks, for these fallen angels. They use it to their advantage. They attack other beings, basically because they need a host, and they need that host's energy in order to take root in the 3D. Otherwise, they're just stuck where they are, not unaffecting not able to affect the consciousness of the initiate that is living in purpose, that is speaking its truth, that is embodying its divinity. So, I think this message will be super relevant in the coming months. I think most human beings are going to be put through this process in a expedited manner, meaning we all have to go through it in order to ascend. For those that haven't done the work is going to come to you, I believe. Do I know everything of God? No, I don't. Do I know all of God's plan? No, I don't. This is just what my intuition is telling me. I could be wrong, and Jesus comes down and destroys the demons, and you never have to worry about them. And if so, I am pumped up and happy for you, because this process involved suicide, involved suicidal thoughts almost daily, especially around full moons, and was toxic to my soul. But I signed up for this. I came down here to expose this cult, this coven, this satanic entity, these fallen angels, to liberate Earth. I didn't come down here to experience a good time in the first part of my life, for I knew what I signed up for. Took me a while to accept that, but in all actuality, I prayed for that. I prayed for God to put the demons on me, to liberate you. And so, you know, what am I going to do? Get mad at God for doing that to me? I guess I can't, huh? So hopefully this video doesn't even matter. For most of you souls, I would love for that to be the case, so we can move into the new Earth frequency. That is heaven on earth. Everybody happy in unconditional love, forgiveness, and God's truths. Not this satanic matrix of lies, which you will find out. They are all interconnected, and they are immersed inside of every system. You thought your doctors were there to help, and I'm not attacking doctors. It's the system. It's Rockefeller medicine's the problem. doctors you have the chance to repent. What are their names? Callie. You have the ability to listen to Callie Means and feel what her heart is telling you, because it is God's truth. She didn't walk away from $500,000 in debt in the medical industry for nothing. She couldn't what is the word? Anyway, she couldn't let the problem keep happening, is what I'm trying to say. Too tired to figure out what the word is. So yes, your medical industry, the ones you should be able to trust the most. Your school industry is littered with propaganda and brainwashing inside these textbooks. Is infiltrated with liberalism, which is all bought and paid for. There's an agenda behind it. It's not your teachers. It's the system. It's the beast system. Anyway, of course your government. I don't even need to tell you that, but at this point, your politicians, with a few exceptions, the whole system that is politics needs to go. We can have a high council of enlightened beings that will shepherd the earth and not call you sheep and lead you to slaughter. You see evidence of this at at the highest level. The owner of SpaceX, Tesla, what's the name of his AI company? Anyway, X, formerly Twitter, AI company, and there's one more I'm missing, is the perfect example, embodiment of divinity on earth. He bought Twitter not as a smart business deal, because it wasn't. $44 billion for a company that basically was making no money was not a good deal. He did it to save free speech in this country. And so you see him as the perfect shepherd for AI, for space travel, not NASA, not a space agency. Somebody that is willing to tell the truth, is willing to stand up to the extortion, to the advertisements and advertisers who control consciousness, such as Big Pharma, the biggest lobbyist, has their money in everything at this point. They fund 75% of your FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So do you think their drugs are going to get passed? Oh yeah, whether or not they're safe and effective or not, whether or not it's experimental or not, you're going to be mandated to take it, because it's coming through your government, the controllers of your mind. This is how lobbying works. They pay for the reports, for the studies, with their own money, with their own companies that they buy out. And in a lot of cases, they own the company that causes the problem, and they also own the company that's going to introduce you a so-called solution, which is going to lead to more suffering, such as taking more pills. Just ask yourself, why are all these symptoms on all these big pharma commercials? Bleeding here, the list goes on. And why is there a new drug on the advertisements every single day? Because it is a trillion and trillion and trillion dollar industry. They own everything through consciousness, through paying for the messaging, through paying for the reports, for the studies. through their deals with your government. 72 injections are required upon a child entering this earth. None of them are necessary. None of them are necessary. But you see their control over consciousness and over YouTube on a video I made that never even made it out. Just had the wrong words in the title that Big Pharma doesn't want to hear. But it's funny, the next day, Tucker brings on Kelly, and I don't want to get her name wrong. Callie means, and her brother, or his sister, I can't remember which one's Callie and which one's, I think it was Casey. Could be wrong. But the next day after my video gets deleted by YouTube because Pharma pays for their advertising and has them in their pocket, they deliver the same message I said the day before that got banned. Which I already knew was the truth. I didn't really need vindication, validation. It's obvious. My intuition told me. Other beings also pointed it out. And the following day, the real expert spoke. That video will be demonetized by YouTube as their communism to control consciousness is in full effect. But Tucker does not care. He would rather the truth come out. So I'm saying beings like this who have stood up to this tyranny, to this communism, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Tucker Carlson, these two Stanford educated brilliant minds. I want to say Casey and Callie means, I know it's Callie, who said no to Big Pharma, said after $500,000 of schooling and debt, said, nah, this doesn't sit quite right with me. Over half the population is sick, so don't tell me your methods and means are working, because they're not. They stood up. These are the beings that should be in charge of medicine and nutrition. Casey and Callie means. Elon Musk should be in charge of AI and a lot of other things. Government spending would be a great area for him. And Tucker Carlson is the leader in the news right now, bringing you the truth. All facts, all research, all interviews of real people. No propaganda like the media, like the news is telling you, parroting all the same lines in order to program and brainwash your mind. These are the beings we need in charge in this higher council that is on the way. There's many more. There's a lot of good people out there. Thank God for President Trump right now. Every one of you. I don't care what you think about him. He's fighting for your freedom, to liberate you from slavery, just as this channel is. I don't believe he knows the full extent of Christ consciousness. But I think he's embodying it at this time. After being shot, he came up a changed man. Now, is he still going to say rhetoric that's going to fire up people and call out the deep state, the shadow government? Yeah, he is. That's his job. He's speaking his truth with his throat chakra. Of course he is. Do you want to be a slave? Do you want him to just shut up and go away so that you can become a slave? He's only got 4 more years left. Now, I believe this process is going to take as long as you allow it to take. because I don't think anybody gets a hall pass on this ascension journey. Because if you do not do the work, you will fall back into these demonic energies, into these satanic influences, into this matrix of lies. It's inevitable. If you're in your lower chakras, then you're susceptible to the matrix lies and programming, because you're stuck in your ego mind. It's that simple, period. I've gone through it. That is what it is. That is it for this video. So tired. Once again, I don't even remember where I started, but I guess I'll have to watch it to figure out the title. But I thank you for listening. God thanks you for listening. Fighting for you. I've already liberated myself from this matrix. Oh, I think I did skip over. Once these energies, these full moon energies die off, as this full moon is finally done for me after 2 years, you embody a new frequency, as I was saying. But what does this mean? It means you're vibrating so high, and now you're going to attract your blessings, your gifts, your divine soul tribe. Blessings, I think we all could use right about now. What do I mean? I mean material blessings. Of course you're going to get spiritual blessings if you raise your frequency, but I'm talking about actual material things that we need to survive. So that is where I stand. That is what is about to happen with me. The enemy knows it. I won't go any further. I'm not trying to help the enemy. They have another plan here, a few more plans coming at me, of course. It's been nonstop, and they're not going to stop until they're dead, because they know no other way, and it's always worked until now, until me. And all the divine beings that have ascended before me, of course, they're not affected by these fallen angels, because they've raised their frequency out of that lower chakra range. They've ascended. They've attracted their blessings, the people they needed, whatever they needed to perform their life purpose. They have attracted. They are moving forward. They are developing new life purposes along the way, because God's plan is infinite. God's blessings are infinite. If that's what we choose, we have free will. That is it, folks. So this video got too long on me real quick. Hopefully this is the last video of the day. I'm supposed to have some jazz music here in a few minutes, but I did not see any setup happening, so hopefully we get it. If not, we'll just go on a walk and get some rest tonight. Go to bed early, for the weekend is over, and the park won't be full until next weekend again. Thank you for listening. It's time to rest for me. That's all I've been saying to God for days now, is I just want to rest. I just need a bed to sleep in. That's it. That was too much for my family to give me at this point. They're under the fallen angel spells, so I can't be mad. I've forgiven them. Don't take this harshly, family. But it would have made this process so much easier if I could have been at home doing my work, sleeping in a bed, in the air conditioner. Now, I take a shower every night, but I have to do it outside. I shave every day, but I have to do it in a bathroom where the public comes. Anyway, whatever it takes for this message to get out, for God's truth to be spoken, and for the liberation of God's souls, is what's going to happen, is what has happened and is what is going to continue to happen. Thank you for listening. I love you. As always, God will always love you more. There's no doubt about that. How can anything be bigger than unconditional love? Because that's what God is. None of us can say we have always been in that frequency, because we haven't. We're born in this training school, this matrix of lies, in order to break out, in order to ascend, in order to rise. While it's not fun at the end, it is the biggest gift on the earth. Your divinity, your sovereignty, your immortality, if that's what you choose. To get off the samsara wheel is what we should all be shooting for. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. This is what they're talking about. The wheel of samsara. Wait until that wheel come round. Wheel of fortune. Standing in purpose, speaking your truth, embodying your soul's mission will bring in the wheel of fortune into your life. Guaranteed. That is it for this video. Take care, folks. I love you.